And welcome back everyone. As you can see, we have just gotten into the second game of the first best of 3 of today. It's gonna be Eloblade or Alternate versus Smutaha Premedeaha, which I'm gonna pronounce once and then I'm gonna call them SP because it's way too hard to pronounce. So the bans are coming out. It's gonna be Lee Sin and Twisted Fate on the left side, which they banned last game. Pretty good bans actually. And Kha'Zix as well. Kha'Zix mid is a bit of a huge threat, and he's pretty good top as well. On the other side, we see Evelyn, Malphite, and Elise. Evelyn, a bit of a respect ban because the enemy team just destroyed them with Evelyn. SP did really well with Evelyn, and that was quite painful for them. And the first pick going to be coming out, going to be Xin Zhao for Meta. Played the last game, did really well. And Premedeaha comes from Premade. Yeah, I got that far actually, but I want to, respect our team name. So on the other side, we see Olaf coming out and Ezreal. So we're going to see Ezreal and Madalax. Madalax is a very good Ezreal, and Olaf is definitely a strong pick as well. Aranaya did pretty well with Olaf last game, and I just got word from chat that Smutaha comes from Mataha's name, it means sad Mataha. So that's interesting. So it's a sad pre-made, I guess. And on the other side, we see the next two picks coming out, which are going to be Misfortune and Zara. Zara did get banned last game. Misfortune is a very strong pick, especially if you've watched MYM. You can see that that pick is ridiculously strong. That could be very interesting pickup. I'm actually wondering, where's MYM? Oh, apparently MYM already qualified, I guess. I think MYM qualified. I was just looking at the brackets. I was like, where are they? Anyway, so they do pick up Zara and Misfortune. Very strong lane. Both of them very strong champions as well. Zara very good in team comps with a bit of AoE. And Misfortune going to be doing very well. Oh yeah, MYM got qualified because they did really well in IM Cologne. That's it. There's the one. So let's see. Misfortune is a very strong champion as well. They've got both of them got really nice AoE, so they're going to be able to use that very well, I assume. And that could be a bit of a problem for Eloblade / Alternate. And the next two picks are going to be Jace and Lulu. So they're going to be going for a bit of disengage, which is probably a good idea. They've got some poke in there as well. Everyone except for Olaf pokes. Actually, Olaf pokes decently as well. And it looks like Vi is not allowed. That's interesting. So anyway, looks like wait for it is going to be going for the Aurelia pickup, most likely. And apparently Leaguepedia says they qualified with the ESL, EU, Nordic and East online qualifier. Yeah, there you go. They did something with ESL, which is nice, because MYM is a really good team. Although it's kind of unfortunate that they're not here today, because they're awesome to watch. I love watching MYM. Well, I'm a fanboy or anything, because I'm a Fnatic fanboy, but So, I am never biased when I'm casting. And my throat is being weird, so I'm going to mute for 1 second. And the last pick is going to be Nidalee. I love that. But let's first look at Aurelia and Orianna. So Orianna and Aurelia going to be doing a bit of AoE damage as well, especially Orianna, very good in AoE comps. What they're going to try to do is get Xin Zhao or Aurelia to jump in. And then Orianna's going to use her shockwave to get everyone together to get the Zara ultimate on there, who's going to knock everyone up. In the meantime, we have Misfortune ulting all over them, and they're going to probably go and take a lot of damage from that, as my brother sneezes very loudly for some reason. So on the other side, we have a full-on poke comp for Enlord going to be going with that AP Nidalee mid. We've got Jace, who does a bit of poke and has very good disengage. We've got Madalax, who has Ezreal, who also pokes pretty well. Lulu sort of pokes, is mostly good for the disengage. Olaf has very good in disengage as well. They should be able to do quite a bit with that poke comp. It's going to be very interesting to watch, most likely. Eloblade. I'm not sure if they're good at Pokems because I haven't seen them play that much. They don't play that much in the smaller tournaments that I cast. But they're a pretty good team, so I would assume they can pull it off. And Nidalee is actually really strong at the moment because you can buy tier very quickly. And it's way easier to stack. Because every time Nidalee uses her pounds, you get a stack. And the cooldown of the pounds, the jumping thing, and the tier stacking is exactly the same. So you can just jump around all the time, and you get your tier stacks. Which means that she's got mana, which she needs to throw spears at people. And, you know, AP Nidalee was never really that bad. It was just she wasn't viable top anymore. And now she's back, she's doing really well. Even I can play this. And play her, I should say. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. They've got the Jace as well. Has good poke. With his gate, he can disengage really well. He can put it behind his team, and they can all just run away. Other than that, Azrael has that arcane, or that, what's it called? The Q. You know, what's it called? Mystic Shot. There we go. It's hard to remember that name. Anyway, he's got a Mystic Shot. He's going to be able to poke a bit as well. The Essence Flux pokes decently. He's going to be able to do quite a bit. As I'm being called bad in chat because I can't remember the name of Mystic Shot. I'm sorry, guys. Jeez. But the thing is, like, they have really good disengage. The thing is, if as soon as Smutaha or wait for it jump in, like as soon as they're in there with the ball from Oriana, then they're screwed. Like, Eloblade can't do much at that point because if the ball's in the middle of their team, they're completely done for. Like, they're gonna get like knocks up and knocks around and get a misfortune ultimate on them, and they're just gonna die. But they have a good disengage, so they should be able to prevent that. It's gonna be very interesting. I like watching Pokems myself, just because they can go wild over the spears. But I know a lot of people find them boring. It's gonna be interesting to see how Eloblade plays it. Maybe they'll play it CLG style, which is, you know, pushing towers, never ever taking a kill, or just, you know, poking people, which works. And we've got 30 seconds left before we go into the game. Should be a very interesting game. And yeah, I would show you the runes and masteries at the moment, but you know, I don't control the camera. To explain that again, Riot Games is actually streaming this. Metroid is streaming this, one of the Riot Games employees. I'm just rebroadcasting his stream and casting over it, which I am allowed to do. And yeah, that's basically what's happening at the moment. The delay is going to be over. We're going to be going into the game. I'm going to throw it to this thing as we see Jace standing there with his huge hammer, and we get a white screen. Nice! Someone else has that problem. I like that. I thought it was only me that had that problem. And I just found out that my... Wait, let me check something. Okay, so apparently I'm not 100% 180p here. I'm 100 or 1080p. I'm at 1078p on this this one, which is interesting. But yeah, we're gonna be in the champion loading screen, and we're gonna see Azrael with no skin, but that's not necessarily a bad skin. We have we have Jace without a skin, Zara without a skin, and Misfortune without a skin. So it's 2-2 with no skins. The honor is on the side of Eloblade though. And Infiltrator really has not great skin. And I mean, he has Azrael, but doesn't use Pulsefire Azrael, so I can't really blame him for not using a skin. And they are all diamond. The other side has 2 platinum frames. So I guess the swag wars do go to Eloblade. So congratulations, Eloblade. You've won the swag wars. I hope you're happy. You're 1 point behind though in the best of 3, so that is a bit unfortunate for you. And yeah, let's see if the schoolbook gets rearranged by Mr. Metroid anytime soon, or that he moves his mouse away from Jace Cup. But the food is going to be picked up. Let's see if there's going to be another level 1 fight, as I'm going to turn on the sound. Or not.
Welcome
there we go.
Rift.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. You know, I'm really good with, like, internet and stuff, so that's why I do this stuff. So, Malak's going to be finding Wait For It together with Aaron. They're going to be doing some damage, but they're not going to quite be able to do anything to him, because, you know, he's just going to walk away. They might be able to force a flash now. If Aranaya had hit his axe, that would have been really good. So
30 seconds until minions spawn.
so it's gonna be really nice. And I'm getting flamed in chat, QQ. The scoreboard seems to have rearranged, but the mouse has not been moved away. So now we've got it on Oriana or Bachak. And I hope that Mr. Meadroid is going to move his mouse away, because that's going to distract me for the rest of the thing ever. And right now, Alternate or Eloblade, whatever you want to call them, are in the brush. They're going to be waiting. They want to go for that blue buff. But are they going to be able to do it? It's the epic quest of the blue buff. Alternate wants to do this. They're going to be moving towards it. Arania is in front. Juri is at the back. Are they going to be able to complete this epic quest for blue buff? They were not spotted. There is no ward. They might be able to do this. They're going to sit in the brush. Okay, they're going to be going for the blue buff. It's going to spawn in 2 seconds. 1, and there it is. They're going to be going for this blue buff, and they should easily be able to pick it up. In the meantime, red buff gets picked up by Mr. Mata, and it's actually completely the same as in the last game, where Aranaya also picked up the enemy blue buff. But what I'm wondering is if Mata is going to fall for it again, and not going to pick up his enemy blue buff. The thing is, there are 2 wards there. And there's one in the river, there's one in the blue. So if he goes for that, he's going to get spotted. And there's actually a lane swap. That is interesting. So there's going to be the bottle in the top lane for Eloblade is going to be swapped up. I'm going to try to deny Aurelia as much as possible. And Jace is pretty decent at 1v2 laning because he's ranged and he's got a very long range EQ combo. He didn't quite get the blue buff, but with a blue buff it would have been even better. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. For Eloblade, in the meantime, going to be farming in the mid lane. So right now, there's no gold advantages, because, you know, it's 3 minutes into the game. But it looks like Mr. Mata will not be able to go for his blue buff, because it's down. And he's not even going to try to go for it. He knew that was gone, because he saw Olaf moving through a ward with a blue buff on him. So that's that is going to put him behind in the jungle a bit. Make sure that he can't gank as much as Aranaya will be able to do. And that could be really problematic for his team. Thing is, because it's 2v1 lane bot, there's going to be hard to gank, but they're still going to go for it. The flash comes out, they're going to go for Trifrit all in. There's going to be a heal on him as well. The ignite wasn't on him because there was no ignite. But first blood still goes towards Jace, but the teleport comes in, but Jack is going to be able to pick up a kill. Now they're going to be going for Curb. And they're going to actually tower dive him. Curb is going to go right back into it though. His boots on his barrier. This could be really problematic. Now the shield comes out from Oriana. Is just about saving him. That was very, very close. Great play coming out from Curb. Making sure he doesn't die and almost picking up a kill. And yeah, that was first blood for a kill. That was actually really worth it for Eloblade. As Juri gets aggressive upon, gets stunned on the tower, will be going down. That's going to be a kill for a kill, but there was an assist on the other side, so that's 175 extra gold for Eloblade. They do win that trade. In the meantime though, bot tower is already going down. Mata is going to be going to push for that. It was because Curb couldn't really defend. Actually, it's going to be surviving. Now they're going to be going for Mata. The Q comes out from Aranea. They're going to keep going for this. The slow plants are there. And they're going to still go for it. The speeder comes out. Are they going to be able to do something though? They do hit another axe, but Mata is not going to be going down. Curb was not in range to do any damage, and Mata was able to survive Aranea. If Aranea had hit one more axe, he would have been able to pick up that kill. So that was a very close call there. But for now, it's going to be a 1k advantage for Eloblade. They are a bit ahead, but their tower bot lane is so close to death that that advantage is really insignificant. And if you actually look at the CS, Curb is doing 10 CS better in his lane, and there's 5 CS advantage for Metalax in their swap lane. But it's not a huge difference, and I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it, especially because that bot tower is so low on Eloblade's side. I think that lane swap might have been bad for them. There goes the turret. They're now not ahead in gold that much. Actually, they're pretty much even. They're not that even. But yeah, it's less than 200 gold advantage, so that's not significant at all. I would say that's an advantage at all, to be honest, because that swaps around so much. And they're now going to be going for the top tower. Top tower goes really low though, so they should be able to get another tower out of that, and that means that they're going to put the towers on equal. And I guess that in the end it was worth it, because like both the towers from that. Actually, Jari is going to go very low and wait for it. Is going to be able to pick up the kill. He's going to get counter kill though, assisted kill for Eloblade, so they got that on top of that. But Taz there might be able to pick up a kill. It is quite possible. He's going to keep going for it. Now Lord is going to have to stop a check from coming in as well. The trap is on him because he is visible. They're going to be going for him. The shockwave comes out. Actually, the shockwave doesn't come out because it gets bursted down immediately. That was a ridiculous amount of damage. Now Madlax goes very low, but Mata goes down as first. Aranai going to going for a double kill there. Now Fruit going to walk into a trap is going to be going down to it as well. Lord going to be able to pick up the kill, and his passive will not be able to kill Madlax because Madlax walked away far enough. Great play coming out from Eloblade. Getting Aranai in a bush, in a brush, getting very sneaky, and making sure he was able to get into their axe and completely destroy them. Especially the kill on Oriana was impressive. Like, Bachak was like, oh, I'm just gonna ult him. No, he's gone. Like, his ult saw the animation and got interrupted in the middle of it because he just got destroyed. He just got bursted down. It was ridiculous. And right now Aranai is going for a gank on the top lane. He pinged on himself, which is nice. But there's a huge wave there, and I think Cricky is completely oblivious to that. He's now going to see him, he's going to try to run away, but the Strut is probably going to get interrupted. Yes, he does get the slow on him as well. One axe is hit, another axe is hit, the wrap up is on him as well. Madlax comes in, he's going to be able to pick up the kill, and that's going to be another assisted kill. Great play by Alternate. RNAF very, very patient, and would have been very sad if it didn't work out, but because it worked out, it was really well played by him, and was able to pick up a kill with that. So, apparently, I'm linking wrong? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Sorry, someone said my link is wrong, which is not true. So right now, we've got Madlax and Aranea coming in. Mataha just used the smite on the minion, and is going to be retreating. The other one's going to be retreating to the tower, but the tower goes down, so that was kind of badly played. In the meantime, Aranea gets the aggression tune back upon him as Cricky comes in. Aranaya very low, has to use Zunum, is going to throw his Q back. The teleport comes in as well. The Oriana going to be there, and Aranaya goes down almost immediately. Cricky going to be picking up. Now they're going to be going for Jari. Is Jari going to get knocked some? Yes, he will, and he will be going down very quickly. Cricky going to be able to pick up a double kill, gets the double buff as well. And oh, the spear comes out from Lord. Great play. He is able to pick up one kill. He's going to probably move in here, actually. Cricky, Bachak, and Mata are here. Is he going to be able to do something here? I'm not sure. I mean, he's 1 to 3. He's going to probably throw some spearbacks. If he hits a few spears, he could be able to do it. But we're not sure of it. And now Madlax is in a whole lot of trouble. But Bachak going to be going in. And he is going to be going down. The shockwave picks him up. That's going to be a shutdown. Great play there by Bachak. The suspense was killing me. And in the meantime, there's going to be another fight here as Ferenlo jumps in. He shouldn't have jumped in there. He's trying to jump away. He's going meow, 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 and running away. Is he going to be able to, the speed up comes out from Jiri. He's going to be okay. The shield was there as well. He's going to try to poke this out and make sure they can't pick up the tower. But he only hits the spear on a minion because Cricky dodged. Well done, Cricky. I'm proud of you. So let's see. Right now, it's 8-6 in kills in favor of Eloblade. It's 1-1 in towers. They're 2k ahead, which is quite nice. The lane swap didn't quite work out for them because their top lane, or well, what should be their top lane, is Sensius behind as a bit of a fight goes on. Fruit goes very low. Ferenlo needs one more spear on Bachak, or just like a jump in. Like if he pounces on him, he just has a gun, meow, and he's dead. That's basically what's happening. And for the question in chat, I think they're doing it in threes so that you can watch all the games, but for now we're going to follow this one because it's the most interesting game in my opinion. And yeah, I won't be able to stream all of them unfortunately, but I think next up, I think that in the next round it's going to be Lowland Lions and Dragonborn. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that, but I think it's that one in the next round. So after this one.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely stream Triple L versus, or well, restream Triple L versus Dragonborns if I can. And right now, Dragon gonna be picked up by Eloblade, and so I'm gonna quickly cuff. And Lord gets blown up almost immediately. Now was on him. Wait for it, just completely destroyed him. Lulu ultimate comes down towards Aranai, but it's not going to help that much. Mataha goes very low, but they're not going to be able to do anything here. Juri has to flash out towards the brush. Is it going to be enough? They'll wait for it. Still chasing them. And it looks like it's going to be going pretty slow on Aranai. So much damage coming out from the Misfortune ultimate. And now Medlac's going to be able to pick up the kill onto us. Wait for it. Pretty easy kill for him. Gets the rep buff. Not sure why he flashed that. Not sure if that was necessary. Gerp now going to be going for this. Is almost picking up the kill, but Jack is so low. In the meantime, Frit, being a true support, gonna be farming minions and taking down a tower like an absolute boss. So
Red team's turret has
it's gonna
been
be another
destroyed.
tower. It's gonna be 2-2 in towers. It's 8-4 to 9 in kills. And oh my God, Mataha, what are you doing? Please don't die to the minions. That would be shameful. Okay, he's gonna be able to survive. That was very close. He almost died. So yeah, anyway, let's look at items really quickly. We've got Mr. Jace, Kerp going for a Brutalizer, and a Tear of the Goddess. He wants Tear of the Goddess first, actually. Which makes a lot of sense now. With the Mirror Mana, it gives a lot of damage boost, especially when you're poking. It's very useful. Brutalizer gives that armor pen, gives the cooldown reduction, and Black Cleaver is just kind of overpowered at the moment. Well, it's not actually that overpowered anymore, but it was ridiculously overpowered in the first Season 3 patch. Now it's still really strong. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens to that. But Jack taking so much damage. Renlord keeps chucking those spears. Oh my God, that was so close. If he hits one more spear on Jack, Jack is completely dead. And let's see. Other than that, we have the Giant Spells on Aranaya and the Philosopher's Stone. Going to be going for Australia's next, most likely, and then a Warmux, which he did last game. The other side, we have Matter Raises for the Jungler, which is, he's not very far into his item build. Other than that, we have the Orianna, the AP mid. He's going for a Fiends and the Holy Grail. You know, Mr. Shaq going to be going for the Fiends and the Holy Grail. And the other side, we see a Tear of the Goddess and a Blasting Wand, as well as Sork Shoes. So definitely that Tear of the Goddess for Renlord. He's going to stack it up very quickly. He's already been stacking it up. It's probably pretty close to getting stacked. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like halfway there. Because he does have the pounds to stack it up. The poke is huge, and Basak actually taking quite a bit of damage there. It pings every time he takes damage because he takes so much damage. And as you can see, he's really low. He's gonna have to go back to base, and that's why that Eloblade can now push into the tower. Misfortune has to be used, otherwise they would have lost the tower for sure. And that's basically what the poke up is all about. You poke people down, they have to go back to base, you take a tower. Or you kill them, which is fun too, like whatever they want. And that's what they're doing right now. There's three things you need for a poke comp. There's poke, obviously, range or pushing power, and oh my God, what? Okay, True Barrage comes out and Sifrut goes down immediately because he got poked down so much. So, right now, Cricky taking a lot of damage. Ooh, if that spear had hit, he would have probably been dead. But yeah, that's basically what you need for a poke. Poke, pushing power, and disengage. That's the three things you need. And they've got the disengage with the acceleration gate, and the slows coming out from Lulu, as well as the Olaf axe. They've got the poke with the EQ combo from Jace, and obviously the spear from Nidalee. And I guess a Mystic Shot from Ezreal, and here comes the engage from Wait For It. He has no Orianna ball though. There comes the Zara ultimate, but it's not going to hit anyone except for Kerp and Arana. But Arana was ulted. Medalac's going to be picking up the first kill. Now they're going to go for Mataha. Mataha goes very low, is going to be able to pick up a kill in the background of, actually Cricky picks it up, gets exhausted now from Renlord, going to be putting the chase on. Has the Qs coming out, is going to jump in with his ultimate on, and is going to be able to pick up the kill. Great play there by Renlord. And now they're going to be going for a tower, most likely. For Renlord actually taking a lot of damage because he got snared into the tower. Great play by Seafruit. Here goes the True Shot Barrage. It's not going to hit anyone there. Otherwise that would have been another kill. So yeah, great play by Olsen. That's exactly what they want to do. And they got engaged upon, which you saw. Like, that's the problem for them, if they get engaged upon. But what they did is they disengaged so well that it didn't really matter. Like, they got engaged on, sure, whatever. Like, the only ones that got hit by the Zara ultimate were Aranaya, who had his ultimate on, and Kerp. Kerp died, sure, but like whatever. Like they went 3-for-1. That's fine. They can do trades like that. If they keep doing trades like that, they're gonna win in the end, and that's what they're going for right now. The only thing they need to do is make sure that they don't lose more members than the enemy team. That's the only thing they need to do, and they're gonna keep poking. Oh, they don't even need a team fight. They can just poke and push towers. And the other team, like SP, what they have to do is like they have to win the trade in the team fight, obviously, because you know everyone wants to lose less members than the enemy team. But after that, they also have to push, and that's for them. That's way harder because they don't have that much pushing power. They have a good wave clear. They have Misfortune who can destroy towers pretty well, but I mean Alternate is definitely going to be pushing better. They have the poke. They can make sure that enemy players have to leave their tower, and I mean as soon as they come out in top of a trade, they're going to be in a way better position to push. So right now they're going to be going for Dragon. They're going to be poking out as well. Premedeaha is already half health, even though he had an Orianna shield, and that's how much poke they have at this point. There's a needlessly large rod on Premedeaha, definitely overcompensating. Going to be going for Raven's Death Cap quite soon. The Dragon goes down, and they're now going to be moving in towards that mid lane. I would assume that for Premedeaha, at least this is how I built Nidalee. What Premedeaha is going for next is probably a Void Staff or an Archangels, depending both on what money he has and how much magic resist the enemy team has. At this point, there's only the Wit's End for magic resist because the enemy team is so far behind. So he will probably just go for Ravenous Archangels to do as much damage as possible. Because he is the AP mid, he is able to get blue buff, so he doesn't need to go Fiends and Holy Grail or something, which is an item that you can also build on Nidalee. That's usually built only if you can't get blue buff, which is if you're like playing top, or if you have a troll jungler, which happens to me all the time. His name is Appeal to Reasons, please spam into that. And right now, Wait for it's going to be using the double jump. He's going to be going right into there. But again, the shockwave ball is not on there. Zara ultimate comes out, but it hits no one. The Misfortune ultimate hits one person, who's Aranaya, and Aranaya doesn't really care. He had his ultimate on. He has a lot of health, and Alternate is just playing this perfectly. They're going to be going for the Zara now. The Vision Ward goes down. Not going to be seen. And they've actually got Vision Wards all over the enemy wall, so that Premedeaha can just stand up the side and throw spears without getting seen. That's actually a really smart play. Now the jump comes on towards Premedeaha again, but it's still not working. He has the ball on him this time. But the problem in that fight was again that Pachak didn't have the wall on the person that jumps in. If the ball was on the person that jumps in, they're going to be able to press Shockwave and get everyone together, get the Zara on the middle. But the problem is that the ball is never on there, so they're not able to engage properly. And Alternate is playing really well. They're disengaging perfectly. And the second True Shot Mirage to clear the top wave actually misses. That's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, they're going to keep pushing this, and they're going to retreat because the enemy team is back up, and they want to play this safe because they're Pokemon. So right now, there's a 7k advantage for Eloblade. And they're doing really well in this game. They're 5 kills ahead, they're 3 towers ahead. But you gotta look at it this way, last game they were ahead by quite a bit as well. They lost that game. So SP might have something on their up with their sleeves. You have to see. The thing is, the difference in items right now is way bigger than last game. Like last game, the AD carry was quite close, the AP carry was ahead, the tanks were almost equal, and I mean they're tanks, so they don't really need items that much. At this point, it's like we have Sword and Pickaxe versus Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer. I wonder who's gonna win that one. It's Rabadon's versus not even a complete Fiends and Holy Grail, but Jack doesn't have an item yet. That's huge. Like not having an item, like a complete item at 20 minutes is a huge deal. He probably can buy it as soon as he goes back to base. But he's gonna have to go back to base first, and Alternate is pushing his base. The probably going to be able to pick up the tower. They can just tank that. It's almost dead, and they're going to be able to pick it up. There's split pushing going on. 2 lanes are getting pushed. They might lose the tower. Hell, maybe they lose 2. They don't care. They've got an inhibitor. That's a huge deal. Inhibitors are a huge deal, and they're going to just keep pushing. They're going to go for this base race, and it's on directed camera, so I can't quite show it. There's going to be an engage though. The Zara when it comes out is going to hit 2 people this time, but they still don't care. Premedeaha is going to throw him in the spear and pick up a kill out of that even. So even if the ultimate from Zara hits 3 people, it's still not enough. So Zara is going to be going down most likely. But Zara is close to death, but Shaq comes in. Still doesn't have an item because he bought the home guard enchantment.
Red team's turret has been
And now they're going to be going for Meta. Meta goes very low. Cricky now getting the focus on him from Melax. Melax doing so much damage because he has an Infinity Edge and the Phantom Dancer. They're going to go for the second Nexus Tower now. And that was just great play from Alternate. I mean, they've pretty much won this. That was really well played by Alternate. They played the Pokemon perfectly. They poked well, they pushed well, they disengaged well, and now Renlo, they're actually going to be going down. Hell, maybe SP will turn this around. They're going to go for it. Curb is very, very low. They're going to keep chasing this. But I think that Alternate is just going to disengage, come back later, kill. That's probably what's going to happen. I mean, the Nexus turrets are both down. It is possible to win with those Nexus towers down. Millennium has shown that. But it's really hard. And Cricky actually gets shut down by Manlex in the meantime. 1v1s him and wins easy. Because he simply has more items. And he does have the flash, because if he got snared he would have been dead. But it's gonna be okay. And now Manlex is gonna be getting jumps on Arcus hits away, but Wafer is gonna be going down. In the meantime, the Schlack goes down to Coop, and they're gonna keep pushing. I mean, they've got 4 people, they've got 3 people down in the enemy team, and those are the carries. There's a jungler and a support. They're not gonna do much. The support is actually gone as well now, so it's a 5v2. The AD carry just came back, but they should be able to push this. It's just a Nexus. Like, that's all it is. Actually, they might play the same. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. Alternate just playing really well at this point. I mean, you can't really say much about it. They're 9k ahead. They're pushing well. They're poking well, and their disengage is just ridiculous. And I mean, there were misplays from SP. They had the Orianna ball on Aurelia, but Aurelia jumps too far. They don't have the Orianna ball on anyone. It's stuff like that that goes on all the time, which is why they can't hard engage. And it's a bit problematic for them, because they're against the Pokemon. You can't afford to not be able to disengage against the Pokemon. So right now, we're just waiting for Alternate to go back to base. They pick up another dragon. They have complete map control. And that gives them an 11k gold advantage. Well, 10.5 or 11, it's close. Something between 10k and 11k. And that's a huge advantage. I mean, especially at 23 minutes in the game, that's a ridiculous advantage. And I would almost say that it's hard to lose at this point for them. They have the Chart of True Eyes now on Lulu, so that's going to be an extra disengage. And Madlax is 8 for 1 for 8. I mean, you're not going to do much against that. He's got a pickaxe now as well. He's going for that last Whisper. He's doing ridiculous amounts of damage, and it's just going to be really hard to deal with. And I doubt that SB is going to be able to do it. Right now, Madlax is going to be pushing down that bot lane together with Curb. And Curb takes the CS because he's a scumbag. Now you're going to be throwing an axe onto us. Wait for it, getting some more poke on him. Because you know, whatever. And also they're going to be pushing towards that bot tower. They're going to be able to pick this up most likely. And, well, they're going to push in anyway. The Nidalee Spears are going to be coming out. They're going to try to get the poke down and get the tower down. They should really stop tanking towers though, because that's how you lose a game. They're being a tiny bit arrogant with that, to be honest. They're like, yeah, we can tank tower. You really shouldn't do that, guys. And they're going to still poke a lot out. Ranalud not going to hit too many spears. What he should really do, I'm just going to move onto the screen. He should be standing here and just throwing spears. Which he is now doing. Because that's the easiest way to hit your spears, because they can't see it coming. There's like a wall between it. They've got a ward now, but there's a vision ward, so it's going to get cleaned up. And there you go, ward is gone. There is no way to see it. And see if Riot goes down again. One spear through Barrage and he's down. I'm not sure why he stands in place when he returns to base. He can just walk back to base at this point. Inhibitor tower goes down. Inhibitor will be going down. And that's pretty much GG. Like, there's not much they can do against it now. They don't have the Zara ultimate. There's going to be an engage from Smutaha. They're going to do one desperate last charge. But he's going so low. And Malax just tanks him for you. He doesn't care. They're going to be going for this. Quickie goes down. That's going to be 3 deaths now. And they're going to be able to pick up this Nexus. Great play by Alternate. Wait for it's going to be jumping in. Gets CC'd. Goes down. Actually, he doesn't go down. Nexus Tower or Fountain healing him. And yeah, they're going to be able to pick up that Nexus. Great play by Alternate. And that means that they are now 1-1. They're going to have to win another one, as does SP. And only at that point will they go to the next round. So we'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. Or if you're watching the recorded video, I'll be back with you guys in a new video. So I will see you guys in just a few minutes, and I hope you stay tuned.